Hey guys, welcome back to another impressions video, and today I'm going to talk about a game I loved so much that I had to buy it twice basically. And no surprises here, I'm a huge platforming fan as far as the genre. Whether it's 2D side-scrolling or 3D platformers, it's probably my favorite genre in gaming. So here we're talking about the Rayman Legends games. Both for the Wii U and the PS4. I had to get both versions just because I needed an excuse to replay the game basically. So obviously I picked up the Wii U version on day one, and I beat the game, and for some reason or another I did not do an impressions video. Even though my channel is full of impressions videos, I don't necessarily do one for every single game that I beat. So I figured now it's the time to do one that I also play the PS4 version and somewhat compare the two and just give my overall thoughts on the Rayman Legends, which I'm a huge fan of the modern Rayman games. And as you can see here, I have in the back both Rayman Origins, both the Vita and the PS3 version. And I also double dipped in this one. I beat the PS3 version first, and then I got the PS Vita version, and I got the platinum trophy in both of the versions of the game because I loved it so much. And a similar deal here with Rayman Legends. Admittedly, I have not fully 100% completed neither of the versions here that I have, but I think I'll do it eventually. Let's just dive right into my thoughts on this game right here in both versions. Obviously, I picked up the Wii U version on day one, and a little bit of a disappointment, a little bit of a background story, if you guys want to call it that. Rayman Legends was originally a Wii U exclusive, and it was supposed to be a launch game. So I have to be completely honest. One of the main reasons, and in fact that was the #1 reason I picked up a Wii U on day one, was to play Rayman Legends. Not New Super Mario Bros. U, not any of the other launch titles like Zombie U. It was Rayman Legends because I was so excited because I loved Origins so much. And then the game got delayed to March, I believe, of the next year, March of 2013. And then of course UbiSoft announced that the game was going multi-platform, which is fine. I was not upset or anything, but in the process of sending the game being multi-platform, the game got delayed to September of 2013, I believe. So then I was really disappointed and upset. But eventually the game came out, and it lived up to the expectations, mine at least. I think the game is fantastic. But that's a little bit of a background story. It's funny because the Wii U, that was my #1 reason to be excited. And I was basically left without playing the game for almost a year. But it's cool. It's good that the game broke out of the exclusivity, because that way other people can get to enjoy the fantastic platforming that this game is. But with that being said, I think the exclusivity that the Wii U version had originally, you can still feel that in the gameplay, which is why I think the Wii U version of the game is the one version to go if you guys have a Wii U and other systems and you're not decided on which version to get. I would definitely say go with the Wii U version, because as far as graphics, all the major versions run the same. They're 1080p resolution and silky smooth frame rate. And even the PS4 version, the PS4 being a much more powerful system, it doesn't really take advantage of any of the extra horsepower to improve the graphical fidelity of the game, which as is already is a fantastic looking game. The 2D cartoon style of animation is just fantastic and gorgeous to look at. And as opposed to Origins, Legends has a little bit more of an oil painting like type of look. The first Origins had more of a animated, almost like flash animation type of cartoony animation, whereas Legends has a little bit more of a painting type of classic and more smooth feel to it. So different art directions. But I think I prefer the newer art direction used in Legends over Origins. And obviously the graphics are very colorful, very tons of attention to detail. That's one of the things that I enjoy about the most about this game, is the character models, the different animations, when you crouch, when you jump, There are so many animations per frame, basically, that make the game very good looking when you're playing it. And that's an advantage because that goes along with the gameplay of the game. What I really like about the Rayman games, the modern Rayman games, is the gameplay. It's fast-paced. It's almost like a rhythm type of game, in the sense that the enemies and the platforms are set in such a way that you can run. Once you know the level, you can run and jump and slide and go from one place to the other in a very rhythmic and very fluent type of way that it's fantastic. And one of the reasons why I enjoyed getting the platinum on Rayman Origins, because you have to get the turbo trophy, which is beating all the levels under a certain time, and in order to do that you really have to find that perfect flow for each stage. So it was very challenging, but nevertheless a very rewarding trophy, because at the end of the game, I do have to say that the Platinum Trophy of Rayman Origins, it's one of my favorite ones, because it forces you to become a master of the game. You have to know the levels like the palm of your hand, and you really have to time all your jumps perfectly and basically know the flow of the level. And Legends, it's a little bit, it dropped down in that level design quality a little bit, unfortunately. Nevertheless, it's a masterpiece in my opinion. But what happened is, the game was designed originally to have functionality with the Wii U gamepad. So a lot of the levels offered in Rayman Legends are a little bit slower paced, because they have the gamepad functionality in which you can control Murphy, one of Rayman's friends, with the stylus and the gamepad. And when you play co-op with another person, is extremely fun, having somebody else control Murphy on the gamepad and you controlling Rayman with the controller. It's very fun, and it adds to that old school couch co-op type of vibe, which is fantastic. And even if you're playing solo, using the gamepad to do some of the tricks that Murphy can do, like cut ropes. You can slice your finger to cut ropes, or you can poke enemies, or activate switches by poking using the stylus on the gamepad. It's fun, but like I said, at the same time, it slows down the gameplay considerably in those particular levels. And this is why, in my opinion, the Wii U version, it's a little bit the definitive one, because the PS4 version, obviously, it does have the touchpad on the DualShock 4, but it's not as effective as the gamepad, the game was originally intended for that. In the case of a PS4 game, instead of using the touchpad, for the most part, you end up using the circle button. And Murphy is almost like a predetermined AI companion that you have. So if you want to open a switch, or if you want to cut a rope, you just push the circle button instead of slicing across like you did in the Wii U version. So in my opinion, obviously the Wii U has the edge and the advantage on the gameplay department, which is why I recommend the Wii U version over the PS4 one, since graphically they're the same, and on the gameplay department, the Wii U version was the original intention of the developers, obviously. One advantage that I can think of that the PS4 has, but it's not like a huge advantage, is they cut off the loading times. On the Wii U version, every time you enter a level, there's a small loading screen at the beginning that lasts for like 5 seconds. So if you're a very impatient person, I guess go for the PS4 version of the game. But regardless of what version you pick, whether it's a PS4, Wii U, 360, PS3, because this game is out in like just about any modern platform, you're gonna have a great time. The level design is fantastic. Now what I like about Legends is that it not only has your typical regular side-scrolling levels, along with the Murphy levels that are the gamepad based levels, but they also have like rhythm music based levels, which are fantastic. They're so much fun to play, and in the background they have an actual music playing, and you have to time your jumps and kill or jump on top of enemies based on the rhythm of the song. So each world has one music rhythm themed game at the end. That's like the last level of each painting in this case. And that's extremely fun. You know, they're familiar songs that you have to play and time your jumps based on the rhythm of the music, which is perfect. It's how the game was originally intended to be played. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, almost like a rhythm, like a continuous flow of perfect time jumps and perfect time, defeating enemies and whatnot. So in that regard, the music levels are really fun. And also, if you guys are looking into getting into the modern Rayman games, I would definitely say jump straight into Legends, for the reason being that almost, I believe, like half the levels of Rayman Origins are included in Rayman Legends. You can unlock them via these scratch lucky tickets that you get by collecting a certain amount of lumps, which is, you know, the equivalent of coins in a Mario game. So if you get a lot of lumps on each level, you get a lucky ticket, and then you scratch it, and you can get old Origins levels that are redone for Rayman Legends, and they're fantastic. They're very fun to play, obviously, and like I said, there's a lot of them. Like probably half of the levels of Origins are available on Rayman Legends. The soundtrack, fantastic. Again, UbiSoft Montreal, I think it's the game in charge of developing the studio in charge of developing this game. I don't know who the composer is, but they have done a fantastic job both on Origins and Legends as well. So soundtrack, amazing. Graphics, I don't have to say anything more about the graphics. In my opinion, this is one of the best looking games of last generation and this generation as well. The animations are gorgeous, and story-wise, you know, there's really nothing to talk about. It does have a background, it does have a story in the background, but it's nothing great. It's just your typical platforming type of story. Another cool thing that Legends brings to the table are the online challenges. You get daily challenges and you get weekly challenges, and you can unlock levels of awesomeness, the game calls it, by accumulating lumps, which are the coins. And basically there's a new daily level or type of challenge that it's very fun because they have online leaderboards, so you can not only compete against your friends that own the game, but also against people of all around the world. And you get, depending on how good or bad you perform, you can get bronze, silver, gold, or platinum trophies based on your performance. And the cool thing is that the levels are randomized, so every day you get a different type of level. They're very short. They encourage for a lot of replayability, because the objective is to play them over and over again and improve your score or your time. That way you compare that to other people around the world, and based on your performance you get different types of trophies. Unfortunately, as much fun as I had in Origins getting the Platinum Trophy, the Platinum Trophy for Legends, it's very hard because it's very grindy. You have to accumulate a ton of points by playing the daily challenges, and basically you have to play this game every single day, getting very good scores for 3 months or more in order to achieve the last rank, or the best rank possible. I don't know if I'm gonna have the patience to play this game every day for like months on end, but the game was very much worth my purchase. Like I said, day one purchase on the Wii U, not a day one purchase on the PS4. I waited until the price dropped a little bit, but regardless, this is a type of game that I have no problems double dipping, because the quality of the game is absolutely fantastic. So if you guys enjoy platformers, look no farther. Please give this Rayman games a shot, because they're very underrated, and I feel like they have gone under the radar for a lot of people throughout the years, or throughout both Origins and Legends. So give the series a go if you haven't tried it. And that's it. Rayman Legends, fantastic game. Wii U, PS4, no matter what version you pick, the game is fantastic. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all later.